Welcome to episode 7 of season 2 of Fever Dream Diaries, our friends. Today, Becca and I was going to say we're going to dive into one of our favorite topics, but we already did music and we already did weed. So this is at least 3 to 4. Tied with TV for number 3 in our lives. Yes, today, if you couldn't tell by our outfits, we're going to be talking about some of our absolutely amazing movie tastes. We have had obsessions with, dare I say, the same movies for the past 18 years.
This is true.
It's finally about time we get to talk about that. We get to feel seen about that. But before we do, Becca, why don't you give us another fun Reddit post?
I'd love to. This one is really asking what movie most embodies the millennial high school experience. For this Redditor, it's Election from the year 1999. If you set aside the whole teacher-student relationship at the beginning, they acknowledge it was scandalous, but are kind of flippant about it. I can't help but feel a sense of nostalgia watching that movie. We all knew and kind of loathed the Tracy Flick of our student body. We longed to be friends with Paul Metzler, but most of us identified with his disillusioned sister, Tammy. And Mr. McAllister was the teacher we all knew was selling himself short. What are some other classics?
Now, I need to be perfectly honest. I've never seen Election.
Really?
I think we need to be honest about how wide the scale for millennials are. And maybe that's true for every generation. Millennials, what year?
It's 1980 to 1997.
So, that's a pretty big difference. So, for this person, I don't know when they were born, but, very fair that Election was their movie. But for me, the only movie... Not the only, but the first one that comes to mind is hands down Mean Girls.
Oh, yes, Mean Girls. That's what I was going to say. Have you seen the new one?
No.
We need to watch that together. The musical, the Gen Z musical is so much better. I say I'm biased because I love musicals.
That was such a hot take. You just said that the new Mean Girls musical is better than the original's Mean Girls?
I've seen it twice in theater, so I'm going to say yeah. I love it so much.
Interesting, Zecca.
But you know I love a good musical.
I too love a good musical, but Mean Girls is such a classic. And not to shame the new one. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure I'll love it. But, I don't know how it gets better than the original.
Maybe we just need some listeners to write in and, hate on me, and then we'll get some more views for this. So I'm going to stick with my opinion.
Send your hate
mail. The new Mean Girls is better.
Directly to Becca's P.O. box. What movie most embodies the millennial high school experience? I'm trying to think of what else. For some reason, She's All That comes to mind.
She's All That is a good one.
With Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh, I love Freddie Prinze Jr.
That's definitely from the elder millennial time.
Right. I was trying to go a little bit further back in my memory of that was such an era of movies that could never be recreated. That rom-com era.
Agreed.
I guess I don't know if I'd consider Mean Girls a rom-com, but She's All That for sure.
I think Mean Girls counts.
You
sure.
think so?
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Great one. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking Bring It On.
Bring It On was so pivotal.
It made me think girls were so hot. That movie is incredible.
Girls are so hot.
I know. I'm saying that movie changed my opinion on wow, I want to be a woman someday.
Did you ever want to be a cheerleader?
No.
In Bring It, so that was where Becca drew the line.
I just thought they were so cool, and I knew they were older than high school.
Oh,
I knew. As a little kid, I was like, these are adults.
I think that is so funny when high school movies get... My one that sticks out in my mind the most is more recent, and I think of 13 Reasons Why, the show on Netflix, which absolutely, traumatized me, by the way. If you know, you know. Season 2...
I've only read the book.
Oh, girl.
And I couldn't watch the show.
It took me for a ride I wasn't mentally prepared for, to be honest. But it tackles real issues. I can understand the importance of it. I'll describe what happened to you off the record. But every single actor in 13 Reasons Why looked older than me. And I'm so sorry, but, why do you look 40?
Yeah, even Mean Girls, Rachel McAdams was 27.
She was 20. Yeah. I will say she looked good, but she did look like an adult. She didn't look like a high school student.
And I mean, another one that just sticks out in my mind is High School Musical. I love a good High School Musical.
We have a lot to say about High School Musical. Before we do, should we read this note? I think it references
Does it reference High School Musical?
I would only assume
You were using a green pen this day to write to me.
I had quite the variety of gel pens, and that's something I should be prouder of. This note reads, Becca Boo, I miss you so much. My classes suck, and I have to work with gross people.
Oh, sad. Did you name them?
No, surprisingly. Normally I would. I didn't put a roster. But Angie is in my gym class, and she's so nice. I cannot believe I don't see you anymore. Taylor has One Love, One Shot on her MySpace. That's our song. That was it. I felt like I should have had more to say about that, but I think I was just mad this girl Taylor took a song, put it on her MySpace when we claimed that as our love song.
And just to be clear, that is the song Slide Alongside that we've been continuously talking about. You were just using one lyric from it to describe the whole song, because that's where we were at.
By the very, very legendary artist Shifty. Shout out Shifty. We should see if Shifty would maybe do a theme song for us.
Does he have Cameo?
We'll have to do some research because we need to get Shifty involved in this podcast as soon as possible.
Is Shifty alive, dude?
Don't even put that out there. I can't even deal with the thought. We're gonna have to do Miss Menswar's homework together, which is interesting because we didn't even go to school together. So, like, why are we doing homework together? I think I just needed your help.
That makes sense.
She seems hard. Hello, Becca and Hayley hanging out every day this weekend. We had to. I didn't see her during the week. David's in my gym class. I love him. Aww. Oh my God, we had to do this thing in English about our favorite movies. And I had Alice in Wonderland, High School Musical, Rent, and Cheetah Girls.
Literally nothing changes.
I do believe the rest of this is pretty much lyrics, but I would like to point out one line that is not. And it says, OMFG, did you know Channing Tatum is bisexual? I just found this out. And this next part's a little crazy. I don't know what it's referring to. You need to read my pedophile book. It's interesting.
What the heck? You had a book about pedophiles?
Why was I not being monitored?
And also, is Channing Tatum actually bisexual?
I think Channing Tatum is bisexual.
We love a bi king.
Oh, we love it. That was just something I just learned, so I had to share with you.
Oh my God, he was like already a sex symbol back then.
Absolutely. Well, this was Step Up season.
Another great movie. Is that high school or college?
For us?
No, I mean, like, what is the vibe of the age of the students?
I believe college.
Yeah, they seem too adult.
Channing Tatum could not be a high school student at that point in time.
Only in Jump Street.
Oh, I love 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
We love Channing Tatum. I hope that doesn't come off like I love that Channing Tatum's bisexual.
Yeah, you better fucking love that.
I love that he's a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm an ally. Like,
we're also just like spreading his truth. Like, we don't even know.
No, I think I Googled it.
Okay. We'll check before we post this. We're gonna have to redo this whole episode. So some things really never change, Hayley. Your
what it all comes
four
back to.
favorite movies are still, I would say, like 4 of your favorite movies.
Yeah, I would say Alice in Wonderland is my favorite Disney movie.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. But I still, High School Musical, obviously love Rent. I'll love Till the Day I Die. And obviously, as well, Shrek was a big part of my life at this time. While he's not in this note, we did discuss my life-size Shrek, and you don't even want to know what I was doing on that. I don't think you want to see my life-size Shrek again, Becca.
Is it at your family's house, or is it? Do we have to go do some deep diving for it?
I don't know if he should see the light of day again.
I don't even know what that means, but so anyway, Hayley, we are, back in that era of High School Musical.
Yes.
We're wearing our Cheetah Girls costumes.
Yes.
And I thought, why not give you a little quiz on one of your favorite movies from back then?
Okay.
And that would be High School Musical.
All right.
So I took some notes on a BuzzFeed quiz. We are going to just do this right now. Are you ready?
This is a BuzzFeed. First of all, the fact that BuzzFeed still exists is incredible. And also, of course, you got this from BuzzFeed.
It's so
This
chuggy.
is amazing. It's chuggy. It's Becca at her finest. Lay it on me, my queen.
All right, let's do this. So I'm going to ask you a few. Let's just see how you do.
Okay.
When do Troy and Gabriella meet?
We're soaring New Year's.
You did it.
So, I wanted you to sing with me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so where does the film take place? Do you want me to give you 4 guesses?
No.
Do you know it?
I believe, if memory serves me correct. You mean like the state?
Yeah.
New Mexico.
Wow, she did it.
We're breaking free.
We're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach if we're trying. Yeah, we're breaking free. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here's a true or false.
Oh, okay.
Ryan and Sharpay are not twins.
That's a trick. That's a double. They are twins.
It's a false, so yeah, you're right.
They are twins. Bop, 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 bop to the top.
You're killing it.
Thank
3 out of
you.
3, babe.
3 out of 3.
You won. You won the whole game.
I'm the star of High School Musical.
And the prize is that you get to intro our next topic.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh, this is quite sweet. So we loved High School Musical, and we're not alone.
No.
We have a very special listener named Christina. Shout out, Christina. We love you. She actually wrote us a letter or an email. I guess we wrote letters. It was an email. And it's quite sweet. Do you have the email to read, Becca?
Absolutely. Let's pull it up.
Look at her pull it up.
I'm just going to pull up my email.
And with that being said, as Becca looks it up, anyone else, if you're comfortable enough sharing a fun story from your high school experience or just your life, if you want life advice, if you just want to tell us how good of a job we're doing, email us at any time. You can find all the details at feverdreamdiaries.com.
Be like Christina and write us an amazing note like this. So I just pulled it up. Christina says, in 2007, my sister and I hosted a High School Musical 2 premiere party, and I documented the entire thing on my mom's video camera, the big honking kind, since it was before video cell phones. My sister and I did things documentary style and interviewed all of our friends on their hot takes on the movie. We also had HSM trivia, and the prize was a bunch of Tiger Beat magazines. I seriously wish I could get my hands on the old footage. Oh my gosh. So this note inspired me to do the BuzzFeed quiz.
That's amazing. Christina stays inspiring us every day, and I too wish we had that footage. There's so many things. You know, I was blessed enough to have that digital camera.
Yes.
It was a curse and a blessing. Like, I probably shouldn't have had it as early as I did. But before that, there's no real evidence of what we were up to, Becca.
This is true. That camera was our real first, like, digital footprint.
That was our real just exposure to the world, us being exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds bad. But
we love a good theme party. So this just really, aligns with us, Christina. We feel this so well.
There are a few things Becca and I love more than a theme party. I mean, of course, we had our Y2K soiree last year. Shout out to everyone who came through to that. But also, on the topic of this era, I'll never forget. My mom threw me a surprise 18th birthday.
I was there.
And you were? Of course you were there. It was Twilight themed.
Oh my God.
It was Twilight themed. And does that sound weird for an 18-year-old? Like, some might hear that and be like, aw, Hayley's mom, like, was maybe stuck in the past and thought, like, that was so cool. No, like, I fully loved Twilight at 18.
You fully did. And I think we probably have some photos from that event.
I'm sure we do.
I think we could pull those up for our listeners.
Yeah. The napkins, Edward and Jacob and Bella right in the middle.
She definitely had like posters and streamers as well with like Twilight theme.
It was very well decorated. I was very excited. And you weren't big into the Twilight thing though as much.
No.
A twihard.
I'm not a twihard to this day. I've never really read the books. I'm sorry.
I read the books. I watched the movies, and I just needed to be known here on media that I am Team Jacob until the day I die.
I would say I'm Team Edward, but I really don't have a leg to stand on that.
You don't. So let's not speak on it,
I just love Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? I do love our Pats. I don't want it to seem like I don't love our Pats, but in the Twilight world, that's where my heart is.
Got it. But we really love any excuse for exercising our love of all things themed, all things, youthful, and I think it's Disney.
We are desperately holding on to the fountain of youth as long as possible. And yes, if you're wondering why we have these homemade bedazzled tracksuits and why we're looking so extra cheetah-licious today, it's simply because we went to an amazing party. It was called, I believe, Be Our Guest Disney theme.
Yeah,
night.
It was epic.
It was, so imagine this, Paradise Rock Club, Boston, Massachusetts. It's a DJ spinning nothing but all your favorite Disney classics. So, you know, they jumped around a lot, which was good for me because I was worried it was going to be mostly Disney movies.
Right.
Which, no offense, but I wanted more like Cheetah Girls and like those Disney Channel movies rather than the cartoons, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Hannah Montana.
Right.
Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire was definitely some of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite moments of this night? Now, this was about a year ago, so this wasn't yesterday, but it did happen since we recorded last season.
And we kept these velour tracksuits in such good shape.
Of course we did.
Of course. So I would say my favorite moment was when we were on stage.
Paint everyone a picture of the show we put on back up.
Oh my goodness. So we just bypass all the other Cheetah Girls when the first Cheetah Girl song comes on.
Well, you know what? We put in the most effort, so we deserved that.
Was it Amigas Cheetahs? Was that the first one?
Do you remember?
Cheetah Sisters. Cheetah Sisters. So Hayley, I have the camera behind her, and I'm just like following this girl as she just runs across the stage. She's just like bringing the energy of the crowd to her, and they are just like you had people like reaching for your hands. She was like breaking it down in front of every other Cheetah Girl. It was so epic. We definitely have footage of that, and I will share because you felt like a special appearance, and you hadn't even been on a Netflix show yet.
Netflix wasn't even in the equation. I was fully Chanel from the Cheetah Girls in that moment.
Yes.
Like Adrienne Bailon Houghton, whatever her new last name is, God bless her. She just took over my soul in that moment. And I was her, she was me, and we had a great time.
We did. We met a lot of cool Cheetah sisters.
We did. We were the best, but they were pretty cool.
Best. We saw an engagement. You saw a proposal.
Oh, wait, that actually is a hoot and a holler.
Yeah. I was putting Fever Dream Diary stickers in the bathroom.
So sorry.
On the wall.
Did we vandalize Paradise Rock Club? A little bit. So Becca goes to the bathroom, and I'm just waiting because I think we were going to leave after. As she's in the bathroom, a full proposal happened on stage.
To what song? Circle of Life?
I feel like it was.
Or no, it was Can You Feel the Love?
Can you feel the love?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Just imagine that. A room of just hundreds of sweaty people dressed as Disney characters, and that's your moment.
And they're all swaying and like cheering.
Yeah.
I did get to see like the aftermath of that proposal, but you saw the whole thing.
What's more romantic than that?
Honestly, nothing.
Did I tell you, this is a bit of a tangent, but did I tell you I got to help with a proposal recently with the Maine Mariners? If anyone needs an assist with a proposal, holla. How fun would that be for us to do?
We should do that. You can hire us for free.
It's a
volunteer service. We'll help you with your proposal.
It was quite sweet, and I was like heavily involved in this proposal.
Was the guy nice?
Super. I mean, I knew them for 30 seconds before, but yeah.
I thought you were going to say I've known them for 30 years.
No. I haven't even known you for 30 years. You're like my oldest friend, dude.
You're like, I've known these people for 30 years. They're the best people I've ever met, and I needed to help them.
Congratulations to them. It felt really special to be involved. I felt involved at the Disney one, but this was like...
Did everyone cheer and applaud?
Yeah, of course.
Amazing.
Imagine if they didn't. They're like, this guy's a bum. You can do better.
You can do better.
Anywho, we had so much fun at that Disney night we just discussed that we decided to do more of these.
We did.
Becca and I ended up going to a Taylor Swift DJ theme night as well last June. And that, dare I say, changed my life. It did.
You are a different lady now.
In more ways than one.
Tell us.
It was an Me and Becca, we popped a couple gummies. We have a problem. I feel like that's a recurring thing.
Well, it's like we could drink, but it's more expensive. It's messier.
Right.
It's not good for your vasovagal syndrome.
It's just not.
And we need to just keep us in check. So We eat a couple gummies, we dance our hearts out, and then we go home. And we pass
Exactly.
out. It's great.
But this Taylor Swift event was different because, like, it was in Portland, so we were more, like, in my neck of the woods, and the guy, he did a great job, the DJ, but I was just like, I could do this. I know it. I already DJ for I don't know if we ever talk about that on the podcast, but I at least know my way around. And I contacted the company. Next thing you know, I worked for them.
Next thing you know, we're at an emo night. And
Yeah. That's for real.
I'm watching Hayley break it down on stage, shaking her ass to My Chemical Romance.
Period.
I'm Not Okay.
Full twerk.
And that was epic. That was your like first night as a DJ for them.
So it was actually my audition.
You killed it. You
Thank
blew it out of the
you.
park.
Shout
Absolutely.
out to Burwood Media, unless you want to disown me, and then I'll bleep your name out. But I would fully understand. But yeah, like I had an audition for emo night, which if you listened to a couple episodes ago, you know, like that's
our jam.
we're
Absolutely.
there. And thanks
Absolutely.
to Becca. And I've been doing more nights for them. Taylor Swift one coming up soon. So
That one's special.
be sure. Well, especially it'll be full circle. And
Tell them why. Have we talked about this?
about what? That you-
Nashua.
yeah, I just said it's coming up in Nashua.
I didn't know you said Nashua. It's in
Maybe I
Nashua,
didn't. I
everyone.
don't know. Maybe
Please.
I didn't.
We're gonna roll the tape, and it definitely didn't say Nashua. So
I'm like, I freaking said that back.
March 29th, tickets go on sale.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
this might come out after
we might
that
need to roll
event.
this.
but there will be more events. So with that being said, Becca, tell them where they can follow us on social media, because we can share the events and maybe some of our listeners will want to go, because I know you're going to come to some.
I am gonna come to some, so come check us out. Feverdreamdiaries.com. You can find out everything. Also follow us on Spotify,
Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. We've been really on our TikTok game.
We had 80 likes on our post like less than 24 hours ago.
80 likes. Like, we're really
What the heck?
really moving up in the world. And next episode, you're in for another treat. It only felt right, since we're going to discuss, you know, all the movies we liked today, that next time we talk about the TV we loved. You know, Jersey Shore, Degrassi. Us and Gummies and Degrassi are a recurring
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to get into all of that next episode. Becca, do you want to give a shout out to our sponsor?
Let's give a big shout out to Black Owl Studios in Portland, Maine, for producing our podcast and for overall dealing with us. Thank you.
Thank
you guys.
Wow, you've had to hang out with us for so long. Thank you so much.